2023. All right, I'm live. Awesome. Live on Facebook and YouTube and live here on Instagram. Let me move my mic just a little bit back so that it's not knocking up against my phone here. So welcome. Happy New Year. Hey out there. Happy New Year. Hey, Felicia. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy 2023. Woo! Man, y'all, we made it. Come on. That's in and of itself enough to celebrate. So welcome Instagram. Welcome to Facebook and YouTube. I am so excited about bringing back LovePower Wednesdays. I took the last 2 weeks of 2022 off from these because I needed time. And this is one of the concepts of Love Power is the R in Love Power is resilience. And one way to come back is to have enough energy. The E in Love Power is energy management. So we have to take time to rest. We have to take time away. So I was able to go and take a cruise, my siblings and I, and my nieces and nephews, and some family members, and just had a great time of rest, relaxation. I had planned to do some things on a cruise, took my laptop, and it just didn't happen. And I'm glad about it. I am so glad about it that the plans did not go as I had planned them, that I actually got some time to rest. Actually, it's clearing up now, but I got a little sunburn on my forehead because your girl went to sleep every day on the deck on the cruise. Just relaxed. And when I say did nothing, I did nothing. And it was absolutely marvelous. So anyway, welcome to the first Love Power Wednesday of 2023. I pray that your new year is off to a great start. We're 4 days in, and 4 days into what can be the best year of your life. So I titled this, Elevate Your Beliefs, Elevate Your Life. And if there's anything, like one of the big things that I teach from is beliefs, because ultimately our beliefs drive our lives, right? Scripture even tells us, as a man thinketh in his heart is a belief system, so is he. And so, or a woman, right? So we're not going to get caught up on gender stuff. Let's not do that here. But like how we think, what we believe about ourselves is so important about whether or not we're going to achieve the life that we're going to achieve. So a lot of you, this is the first time of year, the first part of the year where we start doing vision boards and creating strategic plans. Actually, strategic plans usually happen even before now, but we create these plans for what 2023 will be. We create these plans for what we have, what we desire for this year. And I want to stress to you the importance of checking your beliefs, because what good is a vision board, or what good is there for a strategic plan if you don't believe it can happen? Like, that's just throwing up stuff all willy-nilly, but you don't believe it can happen. And it may be not that you don't believe it can happen, but you may not believe it can happen for you. That was some stuff that I was caught up on. So I could see other people being successful in their business and doing all the things, but I wasn't sure it could happen for me. I didn't believe it could happen for me. And so until I owned the belief for me, it wasn't happening. Or if it did, it was short-lived. And so if you're one of those people where you might, I call it stutter stepping in life, where you like run forward and make a few steps, and then it's like stutter, right? Slowing down, backtracking, going back to comfortability, going back to familiarity, all of that stuff, stutter stepping, going back, stutter stepping, because somewhere the belief has not been solidified. And so I want to encourage you to check your beliefs for 2023 and up-level your beliefs, elevate your beliefs. And when you do that, you elevate your life. When you know that something is for you, you show up differently. You act differently. When you know, I think about what just came to mind is, voting rights. So if you went to the voting poll, especially as a melanated person, you went to the voting polls to cast your ballot, and they tell you can't cast it. You're gonna be like, no, I know I have a right. I know, right? I can vote. And you're gonna argue for that. That's because you have a belief that you have the right. So you're going to argue for that. And so that's how you have to get about what you desire in your heart. That you got to get as dogmatic about that. Like, that's mine. Like, it is mine. I can't see it now in the physical realm, but the thing is mine already. I've already received, like, ask, believe, receive. Like, I've already received it. And so I don't see it physically yet, but I already received it. Because the faith tells us, right? Basically to act as if it already is, right? Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So the substance that we lean into, right, is that what God, the energy, if you will, that we lean into to create the belief, and we lean into our belief to create even the energy that we have to move forward in what we want. So it causes action. The result of faith becomes action. And so when you elevate your beliefs, you elevate your life. So I wanted to pop on. I try not to keep these super long. I try to keep it to 30 minutes or less. But tonight I just really wanted to talk about a course I've created. I want to share with you all that I hope, I know for some of you all, it will be the life changer for you. This will be the game changer for you in 2023. Like, you've created the vision board, but you haven't really, you don't believe everything on there yet. You don't believe that is capable, that is possible for you yet. And so and I tell people, don't diminish the dream, elevate your belief. I had a conversation with a friend, and she was a part of a grant program, and they were going to offer money. So she was starting to, like, the number, so they basically were asking her, like, what's your number? Like, what do you need? What do you need funding for? And she was starting to feel like, oh, should I ask for this? Like, and I was like, no, like, let's not diminish what you're asking for because you've validated your reasons for needing this. Let's not diminish that, but let's elevate your beliefs so that when you walk in there, you can ask for that thing with a straight face. You can ask for it and stand solid, flat-footed, knowing that you deserve that, you desire that, you deserve that, and it's already yours. And so we did some belief work, and she got it. So I want to tell you, the belief works when you work it. The belief works when you work it. And so, we've all heard of these SMART goals. If you haven't, SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and then time bound, so that you have a specific goal, very clear about it. So for instance, it's the beginning of a year. Somebody, we're all on this health journey. So just a general one would be lose weight. So people would say, I want to lose weight in 2023. That's not a SMART goal. A SMART goal is specific. I want to lose 30 pounds, right, in 2023, or by June 2023, by June 30th, 2023, you put a time on it. But also it's specific, right? 30 pounds is measurable. Because if it ain't 20, if it's 15, if it's 30, when you hit 30, like, there's a specific measurable number that you'll know what 30 pounds loss looks like. So it's measurable. And then is it attainable? So, is 30 pounds really attainable for you? It may be, you need to consult your doctor about some things. If you have some medical issues, like, is that really an attainable goal within that time frame? So you can't lose it by June, but can you do it by August? Right. And so even is 30 pounds attainable for you? Is it realistic? So there are some people, it's not, like, 30 pounds is just not realistic. Maybe it'll put you too far underweight. Maybe it'll cause some other issues in your medications, whatever that is. But you got to get clear about, is it even a realistic, and then time bound, if you say by June 30th, right, to get clear about that. So those are SMART goals, and you'll see them in business all the time. Well, for me, what I teach are Be SMART goals. So yes, they're SMART goals. Have those. That's what you have in your strategic plan, right? Because ultimately, you want to take what you have on your vision board and create the strategy behind it. I taught last year a session called Beyond the Vision Board, because we got to get beyond that. I'm not knocking vision boards. I create one. I do those, and I think they're powerful tools. But you got to get beyond the vision board, because if you don't go beyond that, it'll just stay on the board and never show up in your life, because there's work that you do elevating your belief, which ultimately then puts you into action. so that those visions can come to pass. In action, and even allowance, because some stuff God has for us that we only we work too hard for, and I'm not in that grind mentality at all. That team no sleep, that ain't me. Like, I get some rest. Trust, your girl gets a rest. And so that's not the energy I come from, because a lot of it is just even allowing. And what I mean by that is acting on the thoughts that you have as it relates to that vision. And when you act on it, you're in alignment. And so there's a flow that comes with alignment. I'm not teaching all that tonight. It's in the course, though, the Beliefs Elevated course I'll tell you about. So I teach Be Smart goals. So we have SMART goals. I just talked about those: specific, measurable, attainable, relatable, or either relevant. I've seen those, the R's interchanged with those two words, but it's time bound, right? So you have SMART goals, but I teach Be Smart goals. So the SMART piece, yes, do that. But the Be Smart, the B in BE is believe. Like, do you even believe that you can have that? Because if not, we're just doing an exercise of futility. Like, it don't even matter, because you can write all these goals, but if you never believe, if we keep with the weight loss term, you never believe that you can lose the weight, what we doing? What we doing? We just writing down goals, but not have the belief level, because ultimately what will happen is you'll hit a hard point, a hard moment, and you won't achieve that goal because you never believed it was yours. Beliefs help keep your why grounded, right? And so you want to have a belief. And then the E and B is energy. Are you ready to put forth the time, the effort, and the resources to make that goal happen? So again, keeping with the weight loss, are you willing to meal prep, Carmen? Because that was my thing. I was like, oh, right. And so now the energy behind it. So I believe it's mine, right? Whatever the goal is. But now am I willing to put the energy behind it? Are you willing to meal prep? Are you willing to, set it on your schedule so that it is a priority on your schedule of health and going to the gym? Are you willing to, have accountability around it? Have somebody call you out and be accountable around it. So all of those things, are you ready to put forth the energy, the resources, and time so that you can see your goal come to pass and actually happen? Does that make sense? And I will say, if you're on Facebook watching this, you have to give StreamYard permission. So if you go to StreamYard.com/Facebook, you can give them permission so that I can see your comments. If not, I won't be able to see them until after the live is over, and I can engage with you in the chat that way. Instagram, I see you guys on here now. So I talk about Be Smart goals. And so belief is so critical and important in our lives, because we don't get what we ask for. We don't get what we pray for. We don't get what we hope for. We don't get what we wish for. We actually get what we believe for. Because with the level of belief comes the faith we need to put forth the action to bring those things forth in our life. And so I have a course, a 6-week course that I've developed, and I've portions of the course I've taught, but now I've brought all this together into one 6-week course to really help you learn to elevate your beliefs. Because once you learn this skill set, it is a skill to learn to elevate your belief. But once you get that skill, you can transfer it to any area of your life where you need to up level your belief. So if there's an area of your life that you feel is lagging, that is stagnant, where you feel stuck, and like I mentioned before, making these stutter steps where you go for, I call them stutter steps. I used to run track when I was in high school, and I did the hurdles. And when they tell you not to do this when you get to the hurdle, but something you get to the hurdle and if your foot counting is off, you stutter step so you can hit the hurdle. And so you might take 2 or 3 steps real quick and then jump and hit the hurdle. That slows you down. It keeps you from making the time that you want to make. And so in life, a lot of times, a lot of us are running up to the goal that we have, and then we stutter step because the belief is like, oh, I don't know if I can make it over. Oh, I didn't lay the foundation moving forward, so my steps are off, and I'm not sure if I can jump over that hurdle, jump over that next goal and reach it. And so that was something I picked up in my high school days of track, and just learning, like, in life, a lot of us are stutter stepping. toward our goals. And so in order for you to run straight up to that thing and cross the line, jump over that hurdle, and reach your goal, you're going to have to put something in place, but you got to believe you can do it. Kind of still with that same thing. When I was in high school, I had a terrible fall on the hurdles, terrible fall, skint up, just, man. And my time got slower and slower and slower. So ultimately, they took me off the event because my time just kept slow, because my belief level of me being able to overcome that hurdle just diminished. Like that, I let that fall take me out. I let it really just play with my head, because it's a mind game. Because I've done it before, ran hurdles before, done really well, right? Had me in it, growing, leading. When I had that horrible fall, it messed with my mind. And if you talk to any athlete, any person who is at the top of their career, whether it's sports or business or ministry or whatever, you'll understand it really is all a mind game, right? And not even a game, it's a mind thing that we have to, a mindset that you have to have. And a part of that is your beliefs. It is point blank that. Again, I'll say it over and over. You don't get what you pray for. You don't get what you hope for. You get what you believe for. And so scripture tells us, ask, believe, right? And receive. And so this course is a 6-week course. It's called Beliefs Elevated. It is, if you go to CarmenCaldwell.com, let me type it here in the comments so you can get it. CarmenCaldwell.com/beliefs. If you're on Instagram, it's in my bio, but here on I'll post it here on Facebook and on YouTube. CarmenCaldwell.com/beliefs elevated. Go there, learn about the course. You'll hear more about the course, or you'll read more about it. But it really is for those people who are ready to break through. So if you're still if you're not ready to sit down and do the work and say, you know what, I got some beliefs that are holding me back. I got some stuff that, and maybe you don't even realize yet that it's a belief. You just know there's you're calling it something. Something's holding me back. I feel like I'll get to a certain level of success or get to a certain level within my business, within my life, within my relationships, within my finances, and it always comes back, right? It's almost like this bungee thing. Like you go for it and it snaps you back. More than likely, you've hit a belief limit. There's a great book just called The Big Leap. So if you can go get that book, The Big Leap, Gay Hendricks, he talks about that, your upper limit, right? And all that is really helping you overcome beliefs. So this course that I'm teaching, Beliefs Elevated, is a 6-week course. And so you have 2 options with the course. One is DIA, do it alone. So you get the recorded videos, and this is for people who you work really well on your own. You don't need added support, don't really need added accountability, but you just need the information. So you can watch the videos and you can get the workbook and you can do it and work through it and move on. Awesome and amazing. That's one option. Option 2, for people like me who, if I don't get the coaching, if there's not a time for me to sit and focus on this and for somebody to help me and support me in this, I sometimes can squirrel, go find so many other things to do. So that option is the accelerated course. And because it's accelerated, because we know that when you have the accountability and when you have the support, your shift happens in an accelerated way. So you're able to move further, faster than folks who usually go at it alone. But there are those that can do it. And so I wanted to create a course to where you had options and are able to do it. So if you go to CarmenCaldwell.com/beliefs elevated, here's the thing. This course will help you activate your faith. So when you take this course, your faith will be activated. Old beliefs will be excavated up. Your faith is activated. Your desires will be consolidated, meaning put solid and strong. You'll know that what they are. Your outlook and everything will be illuminated. Your actions will be you'll be clarified. All this stuff, because you shifted. It's amazing what happens when you shift your belief and become aligned with what you know God has called you to do. And so this is a course that will help you get that level of clarity. We kick off January 15th. The first video drops, and then we'll have a coaching call on Thursdays. So you'll be available. I was trying to decide Thursdays or Sundays, but I think I'm gonna go with Thursdays. Couple people Sundays wouldn't work for them. So anyway, we're gonna play with that and see. I may end up having to do it twice, and I'm open to do that. I am dedicated. I am committed. I've carved out this 6 weeks time of space to really support you in this process. I want to see you succeed, because if you get this beliefs work clear and done for 2023, like early this year, the rest of the year, you will be able to operate in your full capacity, because you'll know when the beliefs are blocking you. You'll have the tools and access to go back to say, oh, this is what I need to do. When I've hit my limiting belief, this is what I need to do. And so there's a whole process for that, and then supporting you in that. It is my honor and my pleasure to serve you. I hope to see you in the course. CarmenCaldwell.com/beliefs elevated, because when you elevate your beliefs, you're going to elevate your life. When you go there, you'll see two options for if you need payment plans, that's available for you there. If there's a payment plan, if the payment plans are still not working for you, just reach out to me and we can talk about it. I don't want money to be a reason you can't participate, that you can't be a part of it. It is, the payment plans are there and available for you, but if you need another option, we can definitely have that conversation and see how that can work for you. But I want to see you thrive in 2023. I want to see you live out the dreams and desires that are in your heart. I don't want to see you held back. I'm not holding back. Like, the fact that I'm even here offering you this is my own belief work that has been done. There was a time I would have felt so insecure about doing this with you. And I'm so confident and so sure, and this is what God has called me to do. So confident and sure in my skill and ability to do this, my gifting to be able to do this work with you. I know that those that are in the course, it will be life-changing. And let me say, you'll have access to the course and go back and watch things. I don't like to, so I want you to have access. You'll have access to it. But oftentimes what I want to challenge you when you get in the course, that you don't say, oh, I can go back and watch it in time, and da-da-da. One, you only get me for 6 weeks. So the coaching piece where you get to come in and say, Carmen, this, we did this, I've done this, and I'm struggling in this area. Or, for me to have the conversation with you and to reflect back to you, like where there may be some stagnant belief, like you only get me for 6 weeks, which is those of you that in the accelerated course, let me say that. So you only get me for 6 weeks, but also if you don't do it within that time frame, the likelihood of you going back and doing it on your own diminishes. And so I want you also to commit to 6 weeks, once a week, spending a couple hours a week, really, digging deep into excavating, as I call it, some of those old beliefs that may be holding you back and that may have served you until this point. And then even understanding where they come from. So I want you to think about that. So to dedicate that time. I'm not looking for 1 million people to come join the course. I know that God has ordained certain people to be in here, and the ones that do come and are a part of, those of you that are already a part of it and come and be a part of that and will join the course, it's going to be powerful. It'll be life-changing for now and for forever, because you'll have the tools. Like once you know how to do something, you can apply it to anything. Like if there's a skill set that you learn, like nobody's going to be able to take that skill set from you. You'll still have it. So with that, I want you to go to CarmenCaldwell.com/beliefs elevated. Go there, sign up. I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to serve you in the course. 2023 can be an amazing year for you when you elevate your beliefs so you can elevate your life. Thank y'all so much for joining. Like, share, comment this out to folks. If there are people that you know who, as you're thinking, you may have had conversations with people who this might be helpful for, share this with them. Don't keep it to yourself. Share it with them, because you might what you share with them could really change their life. I know the power of belief works in my own life. In relationships, I've seen it show up where Actually ended a relationship because of belief work. My income has increased because of belief work. I left my job and been able to do this business full time. December made a year because of the belief work. My not just romantic relationships, but family relationships, much better. Why? Because of the belief work. So I've seen it show up in my life. I know the power of this work, and want to share that with you. Want to show up and serve and support you in elevating your beliefs so that you can elevate your life. God has afforded us an opportunity to live life and live it more abundantly. And it really is all here. Not just mindset, which is a part of it, but beliefs. Like really getting to the core of that. So with that, love you all. Thank you for joining LovePower Wednesdays, the first LovePower Wednesday of 2023. I just got back, like I said, from vacation. I feel so rested, but also so energized and ready to support you this year. And I look forward to us spending more time together in 2023. Blessings to each of you. Good night. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.